I've often wondered why you should tell the truth. And my earliest experience of that was when I was about 6. And I started a fire in the kitchen of our little house in Enid, Oklahoma. And the curtains were aflame. And I'd been striking matches. Well, that's fun, you know. But I knew I was in trouble. I mean, that was not good to see those flames shooting up the wall. I walked into the next room nonchalantly, and my father and mother were there. And, well, I wasn't about to tell them. My father smelled the smoke, went in, put the fire out, came back, and they sat me down and said, "Now, Dickie, were you striking matches?" Me? Of course not. I wouldn't do that. It might start a fire, you know. And my father looked at me and said, "Now, son, what you did was wrong. And we punish for what you did. You were striking matches and you started this fire. And you deserve punishment. But we don't spank for what you did. But we do spank for lying." Well, it didn't take me long to figure that, you know, well, you'd better own up. And I probably told the second lie. I said, well, I was just teasing. I actually was striking matches. No, I wasn't teasing. I was lying through my teeth, but it passed, you know. They said, "Okay, we understand. Now you'll have to come home from school. Immediately after school, you can't go out and play for 2 weeks. And that was your punishment for starting the fire." Well, I didn't mind that. I liked to read, you know. That was no big deal. Well, you don't spank for lying, or you don't spank for some things, but you do spank for lying. That lived with me, and I've been relatively truthful all of my life. But one day I got to thinking, you know, why should you not lie? Well, there are 1,000 reasons why you shouldn't lie. You know, mother told you not to lie. You have to remember the last lie in order to tell the next lie. People are going to find out you can't do business. You know, people can give you, you know, mother, it's in the Bible. People can give you hundreds of reasons not to lie, but no one seems to know why. You ask 1,000 people why, the really basis, right at the apex of why you shouldn't lie, and they won't know. And it stunned me that no one seemed to know that. And finally I realized that the reason that you don't lie is that you never can trust someone else if you're a liar. And I thought it was kind of an original thought, but I read that George Bernard Shaw said it in 1911, that the curse of the liar is that he's never able to trust anyone else. And so I asked people, you know, why you shouldn't lie. And I got all these reasons, but no one seemed to know why, the real important why you shouldn't lie. And it always kind of amazed me that no one seemed to get it. No one seemed to care. They would say, "Oh yeah, well, I knew that." I told that to an 11-year-old girl once, and she put it into words that I haven't been able to improve on. She looked at me and she said, "Oh, so it's not about what other people think of you, it's about what you think of other people." Perfect. Perfect. She said it in just so many words and got the real essence of it. And I've asked people after people, you know, why you shouldn't lie. No one comes up with that answer. No one thinks about it. And when you reveal it to them, no one falls down on the floor in convulsions. and says, oh my God, why didn't I think of that? I mean, that's, you know, you don't see it over the doorways of churches, you know, why you shouldn't lie. The important thing, your life, your joie de vivre depends, your joy of living depends on your being able to trust other people. If you lie, you'll never be able to completely trust other people. It's important, and no one seems to get it. So I'm going to start my own church, the Church of the Truth. I mean, I don't think that, I haven't been able to convince anyone else of it, but I still think it's significant. I think it's meaningful, and no one seems to get it. So, so come join my church, and it won't cost you anything. We don't want a little, you know. God hasn't spoken to me and given me this, you know, and I want you to give me a little of this. Just remember that the reason you don't lie is that you can trust other people, and it even goes to the white lie, you know. Sometimes it gets hard, but it just pays. It pays in joy of living.